Hello everyone, welcome to QKnow Design. I'm Janine, and in today's tutorial, this is a redesign of the True or False game. This part is way easier than the last part 2. And the first part is about the game logic of this game. So lean left and lean right, and in the second part I show you how to create the counter, and when you add the wrong answer also hit some strikes and with the last frame, the game over frame. And yes, let's start with the first part. Okay, let's start with this tutorial, and before we start I just want to explain what you see right here in the scene. I don't show you how to add the whole scene, but if you want to know how to create this, watch this tutorial right here. The logic is we start with a start screen, then you tap, then the random questions come up. If you had 3 wrong answers, then this game over panel shows up. Here is true or false, these two right here, so where lean left and right. And then there are the buttons, red for false and green for true. And of course the materials up down here. Here you see how I add the whole panels to my face upper forehead. So, and if you want to know how to create this, because you need this right here, just go to, for example, game over, and there you find in the inspector the action position on face, and then you can choose, in this case, forehead. I just like right here, and I put this forehead position a little bit up. So if, for example, this would be 0, then it would be directly here, for example, or 1. So this is the position from our forehead, and I just want to put it a little bit up. And the same with this structure right here. But that is not so important. What is important is we need for our left and right lean later the face selector and sender. We create a sender. This one is head rotation, just closer, a little bit closer, and add a receiver. And we want to put this receiver a little bit down here and add right here the head rotation. Add this one, because we later need our left and right lean state. First of all, we want to start with the screen tap. So when I screen tap, then the start screen disappear and this question screen will show up. So screen tap, add in switch, and another switch. Add to this switch turn on, down here, and then we see our start screen, visibility, and then say not, and voila. When we hit screen tap, we see our question plane. Now we need the logic for our question plane, and this is this right here, because just show you the settings and then how we add it to our question. So we go from this switch turn on to random, from this random to a round, and from there to value. So when I tap, show me a random number, in this case between 0 and 10. Am I right? Or 0 and 9. So again, screen tab, and it's in this case 8. Again, screen tab, and in this case 0. And now I want to add this value to an animation sequence. In this animation sequence, I add this question, go to the question material, then the inspector, question inspector of the material, go to texture and new animation texture. From this point, call this one question, and now we add new texture to it, and I prepared these textures. The texture 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so on till you see the 9. So these are 10 items. Select them. In this case, I select them all. Of course, you can add more to it, and and you see the first 5 are true, and the next 5 are false. Now the texture is right here. So when I tap right now, nothing happens, because now we just go to our current frame. This is not important. Go to our current frame, add the output patch to it, and link it with our value. Now we see the 9th value, 5. So again, 4, see it right here. If you want to add more questions to it, or more items, just make sure that the number is higher, of course, and if there are more than 10 items, make sure that you add 00, 01, 02, because if not, Spark AI have some troubles with the right order. Okay, and now the next step is we start with the true and false answers, or we want to make sure that we use this lean left and lean right states for our right or wrong answers. So we have this true, and we start with true is true and false is false. So go to add the output visible, and when I just connect this up here, so we see direct the pulse. So when if true is true, show this sign. If false is true, this sign. Okay. Now we need a little bit more patches. For example, we want to start with a switch. Oh, sorry. Yeah. No, it's right. It's sometimes a little bit confusing. Yeah, that is working, but it stops right now. And we need a little bit of logic behind that, because it's nice when I lean to one side, but it depends which answer, if the answer is correct. So we need this value right here. So we add in sender, call this sender question number, for example, right? Question number. Add in receiver. Of course, you can connect it directly, but don't do that. It's pretty nice to work with senders, so you have more control over the structure of your whole patch editor. So we need this value, and now I create and less or equal and greater or equal, because the less or equal is true. So, and this is false. Between from less or equal than 5 is a true answer. The answer is true. Greater or equal 6 is false. So this is our true is true. So we switch this a little bit. This is our true is true, and so on. So we have the switch right here. We need an AND because we need two values, two pulse, to make sure that the answer is right. And another one, and this one. So connect these question number, this first value, to it. Just add this a little bit down here, and then we add this as second, and this as second too. So put this up here, and then so this is our truth true, so false is true. Then, and I leaned to the left, then it's true, and other way around. So let's try this. This is a false answer, so I lean right, nothing happens, but now it's true, and so I get this icon. Again, also false, again, true, and so on. Pretty easy. And now we need the answer. False is false and true is false. These two. False is false and true is false. So I need an AND again. Call this one just true, so we, and this one is false is true, and this one should be false is false, and true is false. So I wire this right here and this right here, maybe, I'm not quite sure. Looking what's happening. Okay. Okay, I think this isn't true, so I lean right here. And this number is wrong, or that's the wrong answer. False, and think, okay, no, it's true. My answer is it's true. And false. So pretty, more or less simple. You just mix up the switches. We want to make sure that we go to the next question. So we need a delay between the pulse and the switch. So when go add a delay of, in this case I choose 2. Another delay, also 2. Because we want to reset the switch. So I become a pulse, a delay starts, and then the switch should be turn off again. And the same with the other lean state. Oh, here's a flip, by the way. Make sure it's turn on. Start again. Oops, and it's gone. So the next step is when I choose a site, this button disappears, or this icon disappears, then I want the next question. And for that I need the lean state. I create an OR because we need either left or right and a sender. This sender, I call this one lean state. And make sure it's in Boolean. So like this, see right here. And we create a receiver. And we add this receiver to this right here. We start with a pulse. Oh, we don't need a pulse, I think. First of all, I want to make sure that I turn, when I lean, I turn this off. Yeah. And I need a delay because I just want to start and refresh the question after a delay of duration by 2. And then I want to restart it, but I will need an OR because for our random we need this switch or switch this switch right here. Add it to a switch. Yeah, it's working. Okay, add this to the switch. And sorry, I need a little bit more space up here. Put this between that. Now I choose, but there nothing happens because I need another delay after this one, and add, for example, 1. And so I make sure that I flip the switch off again after I choose. That is not correct. 5, false 5. So five. Sorry, just make sure you change this one right here. Saw it later. So make sure the equal is between 0 and 4 because our true answers are between 0 and 4, the numbers or the items with these numbers, and greater than is between 0 and 5. So my mistake. So now we want to make sure that we really just start the game, the whole function of the game and the game logic when we tap the screen. So for that we need a sender, and this sender is pulse. Call this one game start. Receiver, and go down here. Prepared, make a little bit of space, and we need to switch. Go to flip, and we need an end up here and an end down here. Add this one to this, and boop. And now here. So when I start the game and I don't tap on the screen, we see the states, but the number up here doesn't change. And so we can put this up here And now nothing happens. Because I make sure that I need to push this, and we see the first question. So again, nothing really happened. Tap, and then first the game starts. Yeah, and that is part 1 of the 2-part series, and I hope you enjoyed this part. In the next part, I show you how to add the counter and how to add the logic. So when you have 3 wrong answers, then the game over screen appears. If all of this needs too much time, just see the link down below. You can, of course, buy this template. And yes, see you next time. Bye bye.